Part 80. The Koi Fairy Wife is Sweet as Honey, Love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Su Xiaozhaji. Chapter 792. It's hard for her to reach out after entering. But without going in, there are too many things that can be operated. Sue's mother has been kind all her life, and has never made things difficult for others, but she can't bear it to the Bai family. For the rest of her life, if she asked the Bai family to live a good life, she would not be called Lin Wan. Asterisk. When I got home, Jinli was still talking about it. When I heard Mama Su talk about the Bai family, I was in a bad mood. Lu Zhenjie said, it would be strange if Aunt Su didn't hate the Bai family for doing such a thing. Jinli sighed, that's right, I just hope that she won't be immersed in such hatred all the time. Every time she thinks of this and goes to take revenge, why doesn't she fry her heart and liver in boiling oil once? Lu Zhenjie thought for a while, it's really a refreshing thing to see your enemy miserable. Jinli tilted her head to look at him, why do I think you look very emotional? Lu Zhenjie sighed, no, I didn't. I once had an extremely powerful enemy who I hated to death, but before I could retaliate, it was hacked to death with a sword. Jinli, your enemy? He's extremely powerful. Who is it? She was very curious, and felt that if it was really so powerful, she should have heard of it. Lu Zhenjie glanced at her and smiled, you don't know her, and don't come over and interfere with my driving. Jinli was dissatisfied, why did I interfere with your driving? Lu Zhenjie was serious, driving a job that requires a high degree of concentration is not suitable for distraction. But as soon as you came over, I was all over you, and you said it wouldn't affect me. Jinli. Bah. Not serious. She sat back upright in her original position, ignoring the big pig's hoof. Asterisk. Now. In a small town in the far south. Bai Yuanjun's family has already moved to this place from their hometown county. They were tortured a while ago, they lived in a small county town, the Su family kept filing lawsuits, and Chen Liwa and Bai Yuanjun went back and forth again and again. Although there was no result every time, the Bai family was terrified every day, and it could be said that they were physically and mentally exhausted. After going back and forth like this for several months, Chen Liwa's spirit was already tense to the extreme, and if she was stimulated a few more times, she might collapse, so the Su family finally stopped. No further appeals and no further contact with them. It seemed that he knew that he would not get the result and gave up. The Bai family breathed a sigh of relief, and life finally calmed down. Keen's life didn't last 2 days. Bai Yuanjun was found out by his work unit for misappropriating the company's assets. Bai Yuanjun did not do such a thing, but it was clear in the accounts. He was fired and had to fill the gap. If you don't admit it, there are all the witnesses and material evidence, and you will have to squat in for a few years. The Bai family had no choice but to sell the only house in their hometown in the county to make up the money. Bai Yuanjun's job is completely hopeless, the county is only so big, and the news spread, no company dared to hire him. The county town cost a lot, they rented in a low-rent house, and Bai Lingzia was attracted by the gangsters from the opposite door, who would harass her whenever she had time. No job, high expenses, a bad reputation, and bad neighbors. Bai Yuanjun and Chen Liwa worked together and decided to leave here. They packed up their things and moved to a rural town far away from the county despite the objections of their daughter Bai Lingziu. It is said that it is a town, but it is actually the countryside. There is not even a decent supermarket, let alone a place that sells skincare products. For more. See you later. The Koi Fairy Wife is Sweet as Honey, Love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Su Xiaozhaji. Chapter 793. There are hardly any young people in the village. Those who are younger and capable have basically moved out. Those left behind are the elderly and left behind children. Going out during the day can only see dilapidated old houses and large tracts of untended trees. In the evening, when it got dark, there were no people there, and it was so quiet that it made people feel panicky. Bai Lingzia was going crazy. Bai Yuanjun and Chen Liwa were not used to it. But they didn't have much better choice. The houses here were cheap, and it cost almost less than a few dollars to rent a two-story building with a yard. They also brought a piece of land where they could grow their own vegetables, reducing expenses. Bai Yuanjun and Chen Liwa meant to stay with this person for a year or so, and then go back quietly. At this point, if they still can't figure it out, it would be really stupid for the Su family to still secretly stare at them to kill them. Therefore, Bai Yuanjun and Chen Liwa did not dare to stay in any city at all. They were afraid of the Su family's revenge. It's good to be here, they are self-sufficient, no matter how long the Su family's arms and legs are, they can't reach this secluded countryside. But they underestimated Su's mother's hatred. Mother Su seldom does evil to others, and she can't think of any vicious schemes. But she has money. She only needs to give a sum of money, and naturally someone will take the money and do things for her. She just needs to say to the people she hires, let them have a bad day and have a good life. So, after the Bai family managed to live a peaceful life for a few days. Dead rats, live non-venomous snakes, bloody sauce handprints. Every day when the Bai family wakes up, they can always see something new. Every time, when they thought they were safe and could live a peaceful life for a few days, they would give them a head-on blow. This is revenge from a mother. What's the use of stepping people into the mud in one breath? She can't really do anything to this family. But now, it's much more interesting to keep hanging them, giving them hope and tearing them apart, than directly knocking them down in hell. Bai Lingzia's spirit had never been very good, and one morning when she took out a long, cold, and sticky snake from under the quilt, she completely collapsed. She didn't even pick up her luggage, didn't even greet her parents, and ran away with her ID card. Bai Lingzia was selfish, she was actually quite conscious when she left. She knew that it was the Su family who did it, and it was impossible for them to let her family go. Her collapse is fake, but her desire to escape from the Bai family is real. Because she knew very well that the Su family hated only her parents, the mother who replaced Jinli back then, and the parents who abused Jinli for so many years. She's just a by the way. She can even be said to be innocent. If she runs away, the Su family may not continue to target her. Only. When getting on the long-distance bus, Bai Lingzia lowered her eyes and looked back guiltily. It's just that running away like this, ignoring my parents, is a bit heartless after all. But what can I do? She quickly convinced herself, if I continue to stay there, it's just one more person who gets bullied. It's better to wait for me to make a fortune outside and earn money, and then come to pick up my parents and let them live a good life. She comforted herself like this, comforted and comforted herself, and she took it seriously in her heart, and she no longer felt guilty. And so she went. Never came back. There is nothing wrong with having a heartless child and having a heartless child. 5 more, and one more stepping point, ha ha ha. See you at 12 o'clock. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Koi Fairy Wife is sweet as honey, love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Su Xiaozhaji. Chapter 794. When Jinli and Lu Zhenjia went home, Su Hexiang also went out. Mother Su was surprised, where are you going so late? Su Hexiang took out 2 tickets, I made an appointment with a friend to listen to the performance. Seeing this, Mother Su didn't ask any more questions. Su Hexiang breathed a sigh of relief, she looked down at the VIP ticket in her hand. Listening to concerts is real. Selfishness is also true. Asterisk. Lu Qingyuan is trying the piano. His special recital will start soon. There was a light knock on the door of the exclusive lounge. He thought it was an assistant, and said softly, "Please come in." It was an unexpected person who came in. The familiar kingly eyebrows came into view. Lu Qingyuan was surprised and a little helpless. He nodded at Su Hexiang, "Miss Su." Su Hexiang raised the ticket in Yang's hand, "I'll listen to your performance." Looking at her smile, Lu Qingyuan sighed softly in his heart. "You shouldn't have come, Miss Su," he said. Su Hexiang looked at him. Lu Qingyuan's tone was light. Although it was light, it was not as indifferent and repulsive as his brother-in-law at all. He is a naturally gentle person. Even if he refuses, even if he deliberately cools down, he is just like the clouds and mist lingering in the forest after the new rain on the empty mountain, misty and gentle. "There are many reporters outside. If you are photographed in my lounge, it will not be a good thing for you or me." Su Hexiang said softly, "Don't worry, if I dare to come, I can be sure that no one will find out." Lu Qingyuan turned back and said very seriously, "You understand what I mean. If you let me rest assured, you shouldn't come here." "You're fine, but I really don't mean it." His refusal made it clear. Although Lu Qingyuan is gentle, he is not sentimental. He will reject any woman he doesn't care about, and won't let them sink in, and finally feel sad. Su Hexiang looked sad for a moment, then raised her head again, looking at Lu Qingyuan with bright eyes. "You reject me is your freedom, I like you is my freedom." Lu Qingyuan was startled. Su Hexiang smiled at him. Her usually cold face became vivid and dazzlingly bright. "I like you, I want to pursue you, you can refuse me, and I won't cause you any trouble in life." Lu Qingyuan was helpless. Why bother? Su Hexiang frankly said, "It's the first time in so many years that I like someone, and I have to fight for it once." Lu Qingyuan had a headache. "We are all adults, so I won't say anything that you will regret. It's just Miss Su, I still advise you to give up." Su Hexiang smiled nonchalantly, "You are wrong. Whether to give up or not, and when to give up, is up to me to decide." Her cell phone rang, and it was the friend who had made an appointment had arrived. She said goodbye to Lu Qingyuan. Before turning around, she said, "If you ever have someone you like and I haven't given up, remember to tell me." "What?" Lu Qingyuan didn't react. Su Hexiang said seriously, "You and I are single, so I can pursue you with peace of mind. If you have someone who is in love with you, then I will give up on you." Lu Qingyuan's lips moved slightly, wanting to say something, but Su Hexiang interrupted him. "I treat you with sincerity, and I hope you can also wait for me." She looked into his eyes. "At least, don't lie to me, okay?" Those eyes were too bright, and the light in them was too dazzling. Lu Qingyuan looked sideways and avoided. "Good. 6 more finished. Good night big babies. Let Susu and everyone ask for a monthly pass today. The Koi fairy wife is sweet as honey, love from the Koi goddess." Author, Su Xiaozhaji. Chapter 795. Lu Qingyuan sat on the stage. With a violin on his shoulders and the appearance of playing the violin with his eyes down, it is every girl's dream. Su Hexiang sat in the front row, looking at him quietly. "So lovely," she thinks. "Such a man, I like him, what's so strange?" The song is over. There was applause on the stage. Lu Qingyuan stood up to pay his respects, and the moment he lowered his head, he met Su Hexiang's eyes. He paused for a moment, then moved away. Su Hexiang sighed, and the suppressed excited voice of her friend sounded in her ears. "Susu, did you see that god Lu looked towards us just now?" "He's really handsome," said the friend. Su Hexiang nodded, "Yes, very handsome." Asterisk. The next morning, the news of Su Hexiang's appearance at Lu Qingyuan's concert occupied the major entertainment pages. Su Hexiang answered generously and calmly, "I like music, and I also like Lu Shen very much." The media began to play various headlines. Hashtag Looking Yuan's fan hashtag. Hashtag inventory of those star-chasing stars hashtag. It was probably because Su Hexiang's expression and words were so calm that no one took her "I like God Lu very much" aside. When Lu Qingyuan saw these reports, he covered his forehead with some headaches. At this time, because of Lu Qinghua's strong request, Lu Jianzhen took her back to Huaguo. When his mother and sister came back, of course Lu Qingyuan moved back to Lu Jianzhen's manor for a short time. Seeing Lu Qingyuan sighing, Lu Jianzhen asked strangely, "Are you bothered by something?" Lu Qingyuan shook his head, "It's not a big deal, Mom." Lu Jianzhen took a look at his son, who had always had ideas, and said nothing. "By the way," she said, "tomorrow I'll take your sister to Lu's residence, and let her formally meet some uncles. You should come with me." "Okay," Lu Qingyuan replied smoothly. So, soon, the other two brothers of the Lu family found out that my sister had an extra daughter. What the hell? Could it be an illegitimate daughter living outside? The second son of the Lu family muttered. But no matter what, Lu Jianzhen has a good relationship with the brothers in the family. Now that she has spoken, the two brothers will certainly not lose face. Anyway, the Lu family has long belonged to Lu Zhenjie, and if there are more nieces, he will not compete with them for property. The next day, Lu Jianzhen took Lu Qinghua back to Lu's house, met her three younger brothers, and had a video chat with Mr. Lu, who was far away in a foreign country. Of course, Mr. Lu disagreed. "I don't agree. How can you just adopt someone with unknown origin? Our Lu family doesn't accept it." However, Lu Jianzhen called his father a few times in embarrassment, and then he stared and stopped talking. Then Lu Zhenjie cut off the video. Lu Jianzhen. Mr. Lu at the other end. Lu Zhenjie said lightly, "It's enough to let you know. Anyway, it's up to me whether I agree with Qinghua to become the Lu family." Lu Qinghua stared at her big round eyes with a look of admiration. "Little uncle is so handsome." She now knew that she couldn't just call Master Pixiu and Master Jinli. The Lu family held a grand banquet for Lu Qinghua, letting the entire upper class of the imperial capital know that the Lu family had another young lady who was very much loved. Of course Jinli and Lu Zhenjie also attended this banquet. Many people thought that Jinli's appearance on this occasion was proof that she was officially recognized by the Lu family. The koi fairy wife is sweet as honey, love from the koi goddess. Author, Sushao Zheji. Chapter 796. Seeing the news on the internet, Jinli frowned tightly. "Lan Ting, do you think these people have a cat disease in their brains?" She was very angry. "Lan Ting. Ah. What's wrong?" Jinli pointed to the news on the phone. "I always say that I have been recognized by the Lu family, I have been recognized by a wealthy family, and it is hopeful to marry into a wealthy family." Jinli read the titles one by one. She pointed to herself. "It sounds like such an honor. I don't know what this is called, becoming a member of the Lu family." Jinli. Her name. It is independent and noble enough. She never needs to cling to anyone. Lan Ting understood what she was angry about. She sat down beside Jinli, patted her on the back, and coaxed her. "Jinli, why are you so angry? Who doesn't know that the media loves all kinds of exaggerated words for the sake of gimmicks? We don't know as much as they do," she said. Jinli, "No, I'm still angry after thinking about it." Lan Ting said, "Otherwise, shall I cook something delicious for you?" This is the easiest way to coax Jinli. Jinli did hesitate for a moment. Lan Ting continued to coax her. "You lie down and put on a mask first. You can't be angry because of such a trivial matter. You are so angry that you don't look good." This was a way to grasp Jinli's weakness. Although, she actually knew in her heart that being angry would not make her face look bad, and the mask in the world would not have any effect on her. But who made her a beautiful little fairy fish? Jinli was smoothed. She lay down moaning. Lan Ting applied a mask for her, and then went to the kitchen. However, within 5 minutes, the girl rushed out of the kitchen again. Ah, Jinli, look at Weibo. Jinli. Lanting continued to scream, and gave her a spoiler, it's Papa Lu. Papa Lu spoke on Weibo. Woohoo, he refuted all your angry points, saying that you don't need the so-called Lu family's recognition, he's been chasing you all this time. While Jinli took out her phone and clicked on Weibo, Lanting was still screaming excitedly. Other people CP fans rely on all kinds of big hands to edit and distribute candies. Who is like our Yalai girl? Who is as happy as us? The master is there to distribute candies every day. Jinli glanced at her little assistant and clicked on Weibo. Lu Zhenjia V, friends from the media, please pay attention to your own remarks. I have emphasized my relationship with Jinli many times, and I have always been pursuing her in order to win her heart. In this relationship, I have been trying to get her approval, not what recognition she needs. Please reconsider your words and don't hinder me in my pursuit of my future wife. This Weibo received hundreds of thousands of retweets in just a few hours. The comments even broke through 7 figures. I never knew what fairy love is, but today I know it. A man, especially a man of Lu's father's worth, is willing to demean himself like this for Jinli. Hey, I'm really sour once, after all, I don't have a boyfriend at all, smiley face. I've been eating duck pears for a long time, and I've already discovered that every time there is any slightly belittling or unfavorable comment about Jinli in the media, Dad Lu will immediately stand up to defend his girlfriend. I've been used to it for a long time, and I'm extremely calm. What a ghost. Daddy Lu, you are so handsome, real man, I love you. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Koi Fairy Wife is sweet as honey, love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Sushao Zhaji. Chapter 797. Jinli quietly read Lu Zhenjia's Weibo 3 times. Read some of the comments below. She tore off the mask and snorted softly, I will say something nice. Lanting went to see her when she heard the words, and when she saw the smile on Jinli's face, she felt as if she had been blinded. Although she was shown off, Lanting is still a firm CP party. She argued for the righteous master, Jinli, what you said is wrong. Father Lu has never been nice. I think his actions are sweeter than his words. Look at the things he did in Fireworks on Earth. During that time, how many young girls in Huaguo turned into a lemon essence, secretly hating themselves for not being able to find such a satisfying boyfriend. Jinli thought for a while, and affirmed Lanting's words, what you said makes sense. As she spoke, she turned on her phone and sent a Weibo message herself. Jinli is a Jinkarp Acridine V, I like you, don't worry. At Lu Zhenjia. Whoa. Fans who were still excited to eat melons under Lu Zhenjia's Weibo were instantly greeted by Jinli's direct, rare show of affection. What did I see, this is Jinli. Jinli actually posted on Weibo, confessing his love publicly, this Yalai girl died without regrets. I swear that Yalai will always be the number 1 CP in my mind, really, I beg you two to be so sweet forever. No wonder fans are so excited. For the couple Jinli and Lu Zhenjia, if their love interaction index is 100, then at least 90 of them are contributed by Lu Zhenjia. Jinli didn't seem keen on sharing his feelings. So this extremely rare, direct confession is even more shocking. Lu Zhenjia was also shocked. At that time, he was handling affairs in the company. But 2 minutes later, the employees at the headquarters saw their immediate boss leaving the door in a hurry. The front desk was still a little dazed, so anxious, does Mr. Lu have any big meeting today? The front desk, who didn't touch fish during work, didn't know what happened. Until I got home from get off work and took out my phone, swiping to the number one hot topic. She thought of what she saw when Mr. Liu went out, and the joyful look on his face, and she suddenly understood. It turned out that it wasn't that there was some big client, big meeting, big cooperation, but, go back and see Jin Li? The front desk lady covered her mouth and turned into a big lemon juice again. Asterisk. The doorbell of Jin Li's house rang. It's Lu Zhenjie. He was let go, and then strode over. Without saying a word, he hugged the little fairy fish who hadn't reacted yet. I'm so happy, Jin Li. Jin Li. You said you liked me. It turned out to be because of this. Jin Li asked strangely, I like you, didn't you already know? As for being so excited. Lu Zhenjie's eyes were shining brightly, and Jin Li even suspected that if he hadn't worried about Lan Ting's presence in the room, he would have transformed into his real body directly. That's different, Jin Li, you announced it to everyone today. Do you like me more than before? Jin Li thought about it outside, then nodded, yes. She felt uncomfortable, and patted Lu Zhenjie's hand around her arm away. I really seem to like you more than before. Even if she met a more beautiful god than Lu Zhenjie in the heaven in the future, she might still think that Lu Zhenjie was better. She didn't say this, but Lu Zhenjie could see it in her eyes. Very nice. He hugged her tightly again. You like me more. I love you as much as ever. 3 more, see you later. Because punctuation marks and sensitive words are not allowed, this book is now renamed The Koi Fairy Wife is as Sweet as Honey. Ha ha ha, the changes are not big, you should not lose me. Also, all the names of Gao Lengzi's finished article have been changed, so you can go to the homepage to see if you are familiar. The Koi Fairy Wife is Sweet as Honey, Love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Sushao Zheji. Chapter 798. Jin Li went to the set. Spine Crew. This documentary blockbuster has already started shooting quite early. Because the production was too large and divided into many short documentaries, Jin Li was not required to go to the set when it was not her turn. It's not her turn yet. It's just that she hasn't accepted any job during this period. After thinking about it, she thinks that she can come here to observe in advance. She was invited in respectfully. When Jin Li went in, many people looked at him. She also came in only to realize that there are quite a lot of people here. She was very clear about the progress of the shooting. She glanced around and saw that many people were sitting here even though it was not their turn yet. Think about it too. What crew is this? What kind of people are there? Not to mention the director, not to mention the leading role, just any supporting role, and the crew placed outside are all in the name of the absolute protagonist. With a crew like this, even if you come here every day for a cup of tea and make 2 friends, that's still a profit. Many younger actors have already squatted here for half a month. Everyone's name is learning. It is indeed learning, and getting some pointers from seniors is much better than groping by yourself. Like Jin Li, it's been so long, and it's the first time here, not many. So everyone looks at her. Everyone looked at her not because she was here for the first time, but because she was Jin Li. The young actress, who has even been dubbed a vase, got a crucial starring role. The Fenjiao she wants to play is a character who has a complete documentary on her own. There are only 13 people who have such an honor in the entire Spine series of recording films. Many young actors looked at her with envious expressions. Those older seniors looked at Jin Li very kindly, whether it was true or false. There are no fools who can get to this point in this circle. They understand better than those young people that it is not easy to get this role. No matter why Jin Li got it, since she could get the role of Fenjiao, she sat here. Then she deserved their kind treatment. Jin Li greeted everyone calmly, then found an empty seat and sat down. Naturally, the crew also noticed her arrival. The producer was the first to come over to say hello to Jin Li. Jin Li came to watch the filming, The producer was a fat middle-aged man with a kind face. Jinli thought he looked familiar, but she didn't recognize him, but she still nodded with a smile. "Well, I want to come here early to study." The producer just laughed. "Not bad, not bad, the younger generation needs an actor like you who is willing to work hard." Other young actors: "What the hell, we've been sitting here for so many days, and we haven't seen you boasting a word." The producer asked Jinli again, "How do you like the script?" "Jinli, I finished watching it a few days ago, and I've been thinking about it slowly." The producer began to boast again. "Not bad, not bad, your spirit of assiduous study is worth learning from the younger generation." Young actor: "God is so hard to study, who doesn't know that Jinli is the #1 lazy star in the entertainment industry?" The young actors were not angry, but the actors and actresses sitting in front of them were shocked. Others don't know who the producer is, but they have something to do with the background. Who doesn't know? This middle-aged man who smiled and looked very kind was a member of the State Administration of Film and Television. The Koi Fairy Wife is Sweet as Honey, Love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Sushao Zhaji. Chapter 799. And it's not ordinary people. He is one of the top executives of the Film and Television Bureau. Usually, he doesn't talk to other people, just sits there quietly watching the shooting, and occasionally communicates with the director about the shooting results. But today, for the first time, he took the initiative to talk to Jinli. Moreover, anyone could tell that this gentleman was very kind to Jinli in his tone, and even had a faint intention to please him. What kind of magic script is this? All the bigwigs in the entertainment industry changed their minds. Could it be that Jinli's real identity is actually the long-lost daughter of a bigwig above? Otherwise, as a producer, is it worth taking the initiative to strike up a conversation? Yes. In the previous news, wasn't Jinli adopted by mistake? So, is it really possible? A group of people started to think big. So the more you act, the more you think about it. In fact, Mr. Producer was also guessing about Jinli's identity. He received special care from his boss, telling him that if he saw Jinli on the set, he must pay more attention to her and not let her be wronged. If he didn't understand his boss's character, the producer would have suspected that Jinli was the other party's illegitimate daughter. But the producer felt that, let alone an illegitimate daughter, even if it was the boss's own daughter, the other party would not say such a thing. In this case, there is only one explanation: Jinli's identity is higher and more mysterious than he thought. As for what a higher identity represents, the supervisor didn't even dare to think about it. Anyway, just befriend Jinli. In fact, Jinli didn't know all this. How did she expect that the Supervision Bureau informed the higher authorities of her identity, and the higher authorities took it very seriously, and even took care of the Film and Television Bureau? Originally, the God Supervision Bureau only thought that Jinli was a powerful monk. In this way, it was enough for the Supervision Bureau to treat her carefully, fearing that she would be wronged by the newspaper. Now they know, oh, not some powerful monk, she is directly a little fairy. She also has a boyfriend who is the mythical beast Pixiu. The two of them also brought enough aura to Huaguo. Two dads must make friends. After all, no one knew what would happen if the two gods got angry, and they didn't want to experience it. Wouldn't it be a problem if they didn't hug Faye to anger them with two such thick golden thighs? The chat between the producer and Jinli was to show intimacy to Jinli and express the attitude of the Film and Television Bureau. Secondly, it is also for other people present to see. Smart people can naturally see it. Jinli, there are people, don't mess with them. As for the unintelligent, can the unintelligent appear here? There really are. For example, after the producer left, many people around changed their attitudes, including the few movie kings and queens, who greeted Jinli with familiarity and affection. It's true that Jinli is a little straight fish, but she's not stupid. When people make friends with her, she just smiles back. Although the young actor who didn't know the identity of the producer didn't know the inside story, he understood something from the attitude of his seniors, and of course he was after Jin Lee. But there is a person who is not very bright, and he is not happy to see this. She stepped on her high heels and walked to Jin Lee and sat down. Before she could speak, Jin Lee glanced at her and shook her head. "I advise you not to talk." The woman who hadn't had time to say the provocative words. Jin Lee took a serious look at her. "You are a very lucky person, blessed by good luck. Don't lose everything just because you said something wrong. 5 more. Good night everybody. Looking for a monthly ticket? You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Koi Fairy Wife is sweet as honey, love from the Koi Goddess. Author, Sushao Zheji. Chapter 800. Woman. She gave Jin Lee a suspicious look, as if wondering what Jin Lee meant by saying these words. But she was indeed intimidated, and didn't dare to speak immediately. She took advantage of the situation and sat next to Jin Lee. Allow me to introduce a woman like this. Wang Xiu, who was born in a wealthy family, is beautiful but not outstanding, and his cleverness is not so evil. All in all, to sum it up, it is considered excellent in all aspects, but it is so good that it is unheard of in a place like the entertainment industry. But it is such a person, his life, from birth to the present, has been going smoothly. She was always easily liked by teachers and classmates when she was in school, and she even fell in love with an infatuated boyfriend when she was in college. Later, he was spotted by scouts during college and entered the entertainment industry. The infatuated rich second-generation boyfriend tried his best to help her pave the way. She can also always receive scripts that suit her. When she had no acting skills, she acted as a female killer with facial paralysis. After honing her acting skills, she took on a beautiful, strong, and miserable female villain that was very popular at the time. In the finale, she committed suicide and was whitewashed. Circled a wave of die-hard fans. Coupled with the crew of Spine this time, there was nothing wrong with her at all. Just when the crew was casting the cast, the official announcement of her new drama just finished. One of the still photos somehow hit the heart of a certain boss. The boss appointed her to play a role. Although it is only a supporting role, it is already beyond the reach of many people. At the same time, when the artists of the same company mentioned Wang Xiu, they could only grit their teeth and say, "She is really lucky." But it's just good luck. Because she walks so smoothly along the way, Wang Xiu's nerves are thicker than ordinary people. For short, less heel. She's far more honest than most people in the showbiz. There are small-minded people, and there are also bad thoughts. But it's all bad on the surface. At most it's just taking advantage of the mouth. There is no real insidious means to kill people. Naturally, she offended a lot of people, but those secret tricks were all resolved by her by mistake. Others said she was lucky for a reason. It's just that other people can only say this sourly, but in Jin Lee's eyes, she is a pair of eyes that can see clearly. There was a large cloud of red mist above Wang Xiu's head, even faintly glowing red, in the shape of auspicious clouds. Isn't it a sign of good luck? In various senses, Wang Xiu was the most lucky of all Jin Lee had met since he came to this world. In addition, this woman has no brains. Oh, to put it bluntly, she has no heart. Jin Lee doesn't have a bad impression of her, so she made a point. However, Jin Lee was just saying it casually. Although this Wang Xiu's luck was interesting, she didn't take it seriously. Wang Xiu is different. She was thinking a little too much. She has been lucky since she was a child, and she knows it very well. Even from the moment she was born, she brought good luck to the family. Before her mother conceived her, the family suffered an accident. But since her mother was pregnant, everything began to develop in a good direction. By the time she was born, the Wang family could already provide her with a good living environment. Her parents regard her as a treasure. In fact, she has never had a bad time in her studies, love affairs, and career since she was a child. There are many people who are jealous of her. But Jinli was the only one who told her that she was lucky enough to cherish. The Koi fairy wife is sweet as honey, love from the Koi goddess. Author, Su Xiaozhaji. Chapter 801. She was wondering in doubt, and couldn't help but think of Jinli's identity as a person from the Taoist sect who was despised by many people. Wang Xiu is different from others. Most people don't believe in these things at all, thinking that they are too illusory. Wang Xiu didn't think so. This is also due to her natural good fortune. When she was in school, she had sprained her ankle and missed the bus that passed by her house on time every day, so she was late. But she didn't know until she came home from school that the bus had an accident on the viaduct. She was once smashed by extreme black fans after a press conference, and she had to get into the assistant's car. Later, during the overhaul, it was discovered that not only the lights, but also the brakes were secretly damaged, and it was obviously not the same group of people who damaged both. Because of these things that sound too miraculous but actually happened to her, Wang Xiu has an indescribable awe of ghosts and gods. And she herself knew very well what her greatest reliance was. After thinking about it for a long time, Wang Xiu looked at Jinli cautiously, and lowered his voice. What did you mean by that sentence? This attitude is much better than before. Jinli just mentioned it casually, and glanced at her when she heard the words. It means literally, what else can it mean? Having said that, Wang Xiu felt even more uncertain. She changed her posture and continued to ask in a low voice, what do you mean by saying that I am blessed by good luck? Do you know who I am? Jinli asked strangely, I can see that, and, how do I know who you are? The tone is very righteous. Speaking of this personally, Wang Xiu must have thought that the other party was provoking him. But when Jinli said that, she was relieved. You don't know who I am, how do you know I'm lucky? She asked again. Jinli. You're a strange person, she said. Wang Xiu couldn't keep up with her words, and was a little dazed. What? Jinli glanced at her. I won't tell you anymore. Did I see it? Wang Xiu, see. What do you think? How could she not know after watching herself for so many years? Thinking about it this way, she felt that Jinli was even more mysterious and wanted to ask her more questions. Do you know what's going on with my luck? She asked Jinli. Jinli thought this girl was really stupid. She just said a few words, and she confessed to Baba herself. She nodded, of course I know, but why should I tell you? If I'm not mistaken, a few minutes ago, you still wanted to trouble me. Wang Xiu. It seems that it is. It's not really looking for trouble, she is naturally popular, especially favored by her elders. In this crew, she is considered to be very concerned and cared for. But as soon as Jinli came over today, the entire crew revolved around her. Jinli. Wang Xiu was unhappy. She just wanted to come and speak to Jinli. Of course, before the words came out, Jinli led him astray. I'm sorry. After thinking for a while, Wang Xiu apologized honestly. Jinli gave her a surprised look. Wang Xiu said, then, can you tell me now? Jinli looked at the red cloud above her head and reluctantly said, okay. She waved at Wang Xiu, come here. Wang Xiu quickly lowered his head. Jinli said mysteriously, because I can see things that ordinary people can't see. See you tonight. Here's a hot monthly ticket.